Hi all, so welcome to the today's tutorial. So in previous tutorial we have added the shooting functionality, the basic math to it. We haven't added anything extra. We just added one more class called bullet base, and it was just a basic skeleton for the class. So today we will make it further, and let's see the target which we wanted to achieve. So this is the target which we want to achieve, like these see. So these are the things we have to add. So today like we might add some damage functionalities to the vector. So let's get started. Okay. Okay, so first thing, in the bullet, what we do want to achieve. So first thing is the static mesh for the bullet. Second thing is a camera, because when we are shooting some players, so like, and when we are headshot, when we are doing headshot, it is, see, it is going in the slow motion.
Stop that!
And let it come back. Yep. If it is a headshot, I'm very bad at
Stop that!
headshot. Okay. See, it is going in the slow motion. So for to achieve that, we will add one camera. So it will go like the camera will go with the bullet. So that effect has to be there. So we will add some like set view target with blend, and we will set the time dilation, and that's it. And when we will spawn the bullet, we will switch the scope widget from the HUD. If like in the HUD we already have one function called switch scope. Do we switch scope widget? So we will call this. So let's start it. In the begin play, like here we have spawn the sound, and okay, first let's add the basic components to it as we have discussed. So first component is a static mesh component, and static mesh bullet shell, and second is your camera component, camera component main camera follow. And do we need to get anything extra? Let me think. Yep, one projectile mission. So you projectile movement component. So PMC projectile movement component path. So we are adding the projectile movement component because as soon as we will press the shoot button, a bullet will go and follow the trajectory. So this in this component we will define like what should be the min speed, the max speed, and if we do want to have some air turbulence on or not. So we will use this. Okay, now head back to its CPP section in bullet base CPP, and in the constructor we will define them all. Static mesh bullet is equals to create default sub object, use static mesh component, bullet dot set hold scale. So I'm setting the scale because let me finish it, then I will elaborate why I'm doing that. Okay, so for the bullet, one thing what you can do, you can use your static mesh, and but I'm using the basic cylinder which is provided by the Unreal, so I don't have to add any special meshes. uh, and so its size is 100 by 100 by 100, so that is why I'm scaling it down. Like it should be long in the x-axis, and for y and z they should be like identical, so I'm just setting 0.005. Next thing, for the collision I am setting its object type to the physics body, so set collision object type to a collision channel physics body. And I don't want it to be the physically enabled, because like I don't want it to be bouncy or something like that, so I will just set it to the carry only. So assemble it, set collision enabled, e collision enabled query. So I'm just setting it to the query, so it won't consume much CPU. Root component we are setting to the assemble it, and this should do the task. Next thing is the camera. So camera component underscore follow is equals to same drill which we have done. Create default subject u camera component text cc follow, copy paste, set up attachment, and we will attach it to the assemble it. Okay. Actually, I do want to have some location gap between the assemble it and the cc follow camera. So set location, relative location, I have vector, and in the x-axis I do want to like set it like -1000 or something like that, so we can see it. But of course we can also set this in blueprint. And next and the last is the projectile one, so is equals to create default default sub object u projectile movement component text pmc path dot initial speed, and I'm setting it to the I will set it to the some speed, but of course this can be changed from the blueprint, so I'm exposing it out float bullet initial speed. So let's imagine we are changing some like bullet or the gun tomorrow, so we can change this variable bullet speed. Okay. Sorry, my fault. Okay, I think it is sorted. Okay, the next thing is in the begin play we have to set the camera, change the camera, right? So as soon as the so in the begin play what I will do, so play a controller, this we have defined in the previous tutorial, so you can go through it, and set view target with blend, and here the target is self, this comma, next is the blend time 0. I want everything as the default, so this will do the task. Next thing is I think time dilation we have already set it in the m pawn base. No, okay, so what we'll do, we will set the time dilation. So gameplay statics gps set time global time dilation to 0.2. Okay, get world comma 0.2 headshot, setting the time dilation to 0.2. So as soon as I am like when we will destroy this, I will set the time dilation to back. So mm, or what or one of the things which we can do in the begin play only, I'm thinking to have this like to set this time dilation to 0.2, so we don't have any dependency on the shoot because we are setting time dilation here and there again, which is I don't see it is good. uh, but let's keep it this way right now. So okay, mm, the begin setting 10. Okay, yep, we were setting the time dilation. So okay, no, we have already set. Next thing is the cast to, okay, the herd. We want to remove the herd or not? So I think it will be a good idea if I will transfer this thing to the begin play. The reason being is like mm, we will get the reference to player pawn and we have to cast it to the default one. So the player pawn a pawn base. Let's comment this out, copy, comment this out, and get the location. Get forward vector forward vector into shooting max range. We have to define it here. So shooting max range. Shooting max range and start live visibility. And I think we have to ignore this the current actor. The reason being is in the pawn class we were not having something, but in the bullet we will have the static mesh. So comma, I think it will be the part of f collision query param if I'm not wrong. F collision query param. Ignore actor. This query params. Uh, okay. Okay, so if it is a valid hit and if it is a hit, then I'm setting the point 2, and I will so when we will play the game and if it is a headshot, then only I will remove the herd, the like this scope widget. So what I will do, herd, have we declared something for the herd if I'm not wrong? Nope. So we will do that. So player controller get herd, we have to cast it am herd, mm, and here set switch scope. Have we defined something? Switch scope widget, and we will mark it false. And we will define one variable. uh, I will define one variable called slow-mo in the private, of course. So private be slow-mo. So what does it mean? Like, if we have shoot something and we have turned the time dilation to 0.2, we will turn the slow-mo to true. And in the destroy, like when we will destroy, like we will again set back our like slow-mo to 1. For that, again, go back to the header, in the protected alt enter generate code override members, and I will search for destroy begin destroy. Destroyed. Alt enter generate definition. So in destroy, what I will do, first thing is I will get my pawn and I will set my blends like view to it. So pc dot set blend space set view target with blend. New target will be our pawn, so pp play a pawn, comma, I want everything as default. Next thing is the herd, and again cast herd, and I will switch true if the slow-mo was true, then only I will do that. The reason being is like, okay, that's true, true, true. The reason being is if it is not a headshot, I am not removing my like scope, so it will remain there. So that is I'm adding this check. And in this try, I will again have to do one thing. Again, set the time dilation to default 1. Okay, I think everything is in the place, as I can see. Yep. So let's check if everything running fine. Okay, let's check. So injectors, weapons, we have bullet. Everything is there. Mm-hmm. Not sure why we are getting this. Okay, so begin destroy. Let's do it this way. Okay, I changed this to like to the begin destroy, and let's go to the actor weapon bullet. Let me check if everything is there or not. Yes, so camera is there. We still haven't defined the bullet, but this skill is there. So here just choose the cylinder. Do we have something to use? Why we do have these things? Okay, this is in the environment. Give me a second. So let's check if everything is working or not. But again, I can see the camera, which is like uh, thousands units away. Okay, let me check that. In the bullet, we have to like set the cylinder. Mm, this is not the one, but the engine one. So what I will do here, so engine content. Now check for the cylinder. This one. Yep. Okay. Yep. We can see our cylinder here. Mm, mm, Let me check something out. Okay. Cylinder. Let's check this one. Nope. Okay. Okay. So what we will do, it is not oriented in the correct direction. So what I will do, I will export it in the desktop. Choose anything, like it's not much. And in the asset, meshes, and I will again open the desktop, and when I will import it, I will rotate it. So rotate it along y-axis if I'm not wrong. 90, import all, select it. Okay, now it is okay. Next thing is the I'm getting these errors lately. Hmm. Let me just start it again. Okay. Okay. And there's one more thing, like whenever we are casting, we have to check like if it is valid or not. It is quite important check. Bec because we always get null check errors. Okay, so in the content again, asset mesh, it is there, yes. Acted weapon bullet. hmm Initial. Okay, haven't we set the initial speed? In the bullet we. Okay, my fault. Uh, the initial speed should be like 75,000, something like that, if I'm not wrong. But again, I have to verify. But we will set it here. It's not a good idea. And again, content asset, font mesh, check, compile. Okay, in the begin Blivia. Hmm, give me a second. If PC, not should work fine. The reason being is like when we are compiling it, it is calling the destroy function. and if it should work fine now. Okay, let's check again. Actor, weapon, bullet, initial speed 75,000. Compile, save. Yep, it is working now. The reason being is we don't have the player controller when we are compiling it in, like when we are editing it. We are not playing it, so it makes sense. And in the bullet, now we can go to the asset for meshes, cylinder, check, compile and save. That it's working. Next thing is the material. Right now it is not looking like the bullet, but go back to the assets, materials, right click, material, emissive, base, some base color, 3 color, right click, convert to parameter color, and it will be the emissive. So surface, no, opaque, translucent, no. Next thing is the color into power. I'm pressing 1 and pressing the left mouse button, so it will give you this scalar, convert to parameter, emissive power. The default value will be 10, and let's check if the value is yellow. Save. Okay. Save. Okay, let's check. We do have something like I can see in the front, but I'm unable to like why jumping. Let me check. Go back to the bullet in the static mesh. The bullet. Go to the collision preset. This is all we have set. No physics collision. It is checked, so it shouldn't have interfered with the player. This is the bullet, which is quite small. We can change some parameters because right now it is too small. First thing is, let's go back to the base and let me change the initial to 75,000, else I will forget. So in the begin play, okay, the reason being is okay. Okay, so the reason is like whenever I like the begin place call, it is setting the view which we don't want. We only want this to happen like the view blend if and only if it is a headshot. So we will shift this line here and same thing here. Control X, Control V. here we are setting the the camera to the player, and here we are setting camera to the bullet. Control B. Let me compile it again. Okay, it's done. Let's check. At the left, you can see when I'm hitting the character, it is saying like no headshot, or else it is saying valid, not valid. So it is working great. Next thing is like in the bullet itself, I do want to have point uh, 0.01. So it if it is let me shift this like here. Let me check if it is. I can see the small gate. Not sure if you are able to. I can scale it more. But for now, I can keep like this. Let's check again. Mm, uh, I think of if we will try to print the bone name, it will help us. So PM data is like I think F string on this. Control B, because we have to configure the collision channels. Okay, so we are setting the visibility channel, and we have to debug the line. Debug line, draw debug line, get world, comma start, comma end, comma color. I think. Okay, F color red, comma what else? Persistent false. I want everything as default. Control B. So just to check if we are hitting the target or not. Okay. We are not drawing the line. Okay. So what I did, I think I did one thing extra. I just add this line, debug, draw debug line, and start at end at the red. And I put the thickness to 10. So let's check if it is working fine or not. I can see some red lines. Let me eject F8, and it is all working fine. So the line traces are working fine. So the issue is like they are not colliding. I am using the visibility channel and I have to check if it is shooting that character or not. Yes, so we will go to the actor core AI base. So the visibility channel should not touch the capsule component obviously. So collision preset, the visibility channel is ignored. This is correct. Next thing is the mesh collision. We have visibility ignored. I want it to be blocked. So custom, I want to be blocked. Visibility. Compile and save. Let's check. See, now we can see the spine one. Now it is working fine. So this was it for today. Like we will continue this in the next tutorial, and we will refine this. Thank you and have a nice day. If you have something to ask, just comment it below. I will try my best to cover it all. Thank you.